If you've been snapping more than usual lately, if you felt heavy without knowing why, if your mind keeps running even when your body is exhausted, you're not alone. If you've been carrying stress you're not allowed to name, or waking up already tired, or feeling guilty for having emotions you don't fully understand, you're in the right place. Because emotional resilience isn't something most of us were ever taught. We learn to push through, not to cope. We learn to carry and not to breathe. You're not broken, you're burnt out. And you're not weak, you're undertrained. But if you're willing to try, then you've already taken the first and the hardest step. What you're about to learn is a framework I've been quietly working on for months. Not to fix you, but to give you a system so you can finally breathe again. It's called the 5 stages of emotional resilience, and before we start, I want to introduce something I call stage 0. Stage 0 is where you react without thinking. The snap, the flare up, the shutdown, the storm, it's normal. It's human, and it's not a failure. Stage 0 is not where you stay. The build begins at stage 1. Stage 1 is pause. It's the hardest part for almost everyone. Pause is the moment between impulse and action. The breath between feeling and reacting. The dread usually comes first. The dread of the next argument, the next trigger, the next moment you're about to be pulled into a fight you didn't want. That dread becomes stress. And stress multiplied twice becomes overwhelm. Pause interrupts that cycle. It's the first time you say, I don't have to react right now. Not forever, just right now. And that moment, that micro pause, is the first moment of power you've had in a long time. I've lived this pattern more times than I can count, where the trigger hits and everything in me wants to fire back. But each time I paused, even just for a breath, I changed the trajectory of that moment. Stress multiplied twice becomes overwhelm. But determination multiplied twice becomes success. Acknowledge is the stage people avoid the most because it forces you to face what you actually feel. Not what you wish you felt, not what you pretend to feel, not what you're supposed to feel, what you actually feel. This is where you finally say, I am angry, I am hurt, I am anxious, I am overwhelmed, I feel invisible. You're not creating the emotion, you're finally admitting it. Acknowledge is not weakness, it's emotional intelligence. You cannot regulate what you refuse to acknowledge. Naming an emotion doesn't give it power, it gives you power. This week, I was overwhelmed. And for 2 days, I kept telling myself I was fine. But I wasn't fine. I was scared. And I didn't want to say that out loud, not even to myself. It took me days to admit it. But the moment I named it, I started to calm down. Because an emotion you refuse to name will always control you. But the moment you name it, you take the power back. Stage 3 is where logic fails, when your body is louder than your thoughts. Your tight chest, short breath, clenched jaw, racing mind. This isn't personality, this is physiology. Regulation is the state change. Not easy, but simple. One slow breath, one step back. Shoulders down, phone away, feet on the ground. Regulation isn't calming down, it's stopping your nervous system from making decisions for you. When last week blew up, the notifications, the adrenaline, and the fear of not being ready, my body reacted before I understood fully why. I couldn't think clearly until my body slowed down. When you calm your body from panic, you free your mind for peace. Reframe is where the story changes. Not the situation, the meaning. This isn't fake positivity. It's resilience. It's the shift from this happened to me to this happened for me. Reframe asks new questions. What is this teaching me? What strength is this building? What pattern is this revealing? Reframe is accurate thinking. Choosing a story that empowers you, not imprisons you. Last week wasn't new for me. It was just louder. I've lived versions of overwhelm for years. It didn't teach me stage 4. It revealed stage 4. Meaning doesn't change on its own. You change it through repetition. This is where the 7-11-4 challenge lives. You can't change what happens, but you can change what it means. And meaning is where your power lives. Respond is the final stage and the beginning of the next version of you. Respond is not a reaction. Respond is a decision. Respond is hope with legs. A response isn't perfect, it's intentional. It's the first choice you make from clarity, not chaos. Resilience isn't measured by how calm you stay, but by how quickly you return to calm. Response is identity in motion. I didn't learn this in a week. I learnt this in years. Years of reacting too fast. Years of regretting it later. Years of wanting to be better than my worst moments. Responding didn't make me perfect. It made me proud. You are not defined by how you react. You are transformed by how you respond. You don't need a perfect response to change your life. You just need your next one to be intentional. If this resonated with you, if you want to live this, not just hear it, if you're ready to practice this in real time, then let's do it together. On Monday, I'm starting something that I haven't publicly shared before. A real-time emotional resilience challenge designed to help you practice these stages until they become instinct. It's called the 7-11-4 challenge. For 30 days, I'll be showing you exactly what this looks like in my own life. The messy days, the good days, the breakthroughs, and the moments where I have to start again. You'll see updates every day in YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and on TikTok. So follow along, join in, do it at your own pace. And if you want structure, the prompts, the reflection pages, there's a 7-11-4 PDF linked below in the description. There's no sign-ups, no email list, just the tool if you want it. Your life won't change in a day, but your mindset can change in 30. And a changed mindset changes everything.